Family, today is Thursday. Y'all know what that means. That means it's Law Talk. We're going to get into and break down the big, beautiful bill. We're also going to talk about what YouTube is doing, changing monetization policies. What's going on? It's Speaker Success in the Morning. You're in for a great show. Good morning, good morning, good morning, family. Welcome to the #1 morning show, Speak Your Success in the Morning. We're live Monday through Friday at 6 a.m. Central Standard to 7 a.m. Central Standard. Y'all, today is Thursday, so that means it's Law Talk with Attorney Jones. And I'm excited for today's show because we had a phenomenal show yesterday, and we're going to keep that energy going. We had on Miss Giovanni Ford, and she talked about how to live a holistic, healthy lifestyle and creating healthy habits. Man, amazing show. But y'all know, before we get this thing rolling, before we get this thing moving, got to bring out my co-host, coming out, producer Britt. Talk to the people. How you feeling this morning?
Up? Good morning. Happy Thursday.
Good morning.
How y'all doing?
Happy Thursday. Yeah. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. You know what I'm saying?
Got
Rolling
some sleep?
to it.
I'm up.
Oh, up and it's stuck. Okay.
Yeah. I did enjoy the episode yesterday. I was just thinking about it and the juice and, the new recipes I'm going to be trying this weekend. Adding a little ginger, adding a little lime to everything. Very excited. Very excited.
Yeah, and very excited. I'm gonna try some new restaurant spots per Giovanni's recommendations. So
are you gonna do the vegan restaurant spots?
Yeah, I'm gonna try because she was talking about like a walnut taco or something like that.
The walnut taco will change your life, and
I'm trying to see. And then what recipe Oak Cliff? So we gonna see what's going on.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
We're gonna see what's going on.
Right where we need to be in Oak Cliff.
Homegrown.
Homegrown. Exactly. And then you
see.
need the other place you should write down is True Food Kitchen.
Oh yeah. That double cheeseburger. She said that double cheeseburger.
Yeah, but it's made out of beef. It's a upscale restaurant. It's very nice.
I feel like I've been there, and I feel like I had that double cheeseburger before, unless it was
a
different
it's
spot.
in like Highland Park.
Yeah, because that's my favorite library over there. That is my favorite library. Have you been to the library over there, Britt?
Well, yeah, they rich. They probably put all their money in.
I mean, hey, I'm not mad at them.
Tax is different over there.
Hey, don't be mad at me either. Don't be up in here.
You got a Highland Park library card?
No, I don't, but I'm in there like I do.
I was about
to
say, how you get one of them?
No. I can't be doing like them kids doing high school and then change their address so they can hoop somewhere else. No, I use my aunt's address. I don't know.
You well connected, Jonathan. Jerry Jones over there, Mark Cuban. You might know somebody.
Hey, well, I might need to pull a favor. Oh, we got something in the chat. Let Kids Play podcast.
What's up? What's up? Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for coming back.
Yeah, come on, family affair.
Yes. But, okay, well, I'm excited about today's show. We definitely have to talk about the big, beautiful bill. Yes, we have to talk about YouTube's monetization. And then, we just need to address the flood that happened in Texas as well. So let's get to it. Let's get you on straight from the source really quick.
Let's get into it straight from the source.
Gotta make sure.
And I skipped around a little bit, Britt. I know you've seen it, but I skipped around a little bit. Had a couple of verses in there for the people this morning from straight from the source. So y'all, today, what I want to do, today I wanted to go into where we at today. I want to go into Psalms, and one thing I like about Psalms, I've said it before, but Psalms is songs of worship, and Psalms is also just an opportunity to where we can hear and we can see what it's like to have a real exchange with God. So like through Psalms, you see David is having these conversations, he's worshiping, sometimes he's sharing his struggle, he's sharing what he's going through. And that's why Psalms is so beautiful, because it's so real and so authentic. So let's go ahead and get into it. So today's Psalms 103, and I'm going to start from the top at verse 1. Bless the Lord, my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, my soul, and do not forget any of his benefits, who pardoned all your guilt, who heals all your diseases, who redeems your life from the pit, and who crowns you with favor and compassion, and who satisfies your years with good things, so that your youth is renewed like the eagle. And for as high as heaven is, then we're going to skip down a little bit, and then we're going to get to verse 11, and then go through 13. For as high as the heavens are above the earth, so great is his mercy towards those who fear him. As far as the east is from the west, so far has he removed us from our wrongdoings. Just as a father has compassion on his children, so the Lord has compassion on those who fear him. Y'all, it's just so special, and I think it's really amazing to be able to get to a place to where when we read this text, to where sometimes we circle back and we tap in to say, well, who is God really? And that's why we have to read that's why we have to read God's word, because in the text it lets us know God is somebody whose mercy towards us, right? Whose mercy is towards us who fear him, right? Even to the opportunity to where it says, so far as he removed our wrongdoings from us. But my favorite verse in this text right here is that he's somebody who ultimately removed our sins from us as far as the east is from the west. I want you just to think about that for a second. Like, think about how far it is from California to New York, right? Like, that's some distance, okay? But even going further than that, just at the bottom it says, just as a father has compassion on his children, so the Lord has compassion on those who fear him. The thing I want to talk about here is just separating your earthly father from your heavenly father, right? Because so often, or not so often, but here and there, I've had conversations with people, and even there have been times in my life to where my relationship wasn't the best with my earthly father. However, the reason why we have to separate the two is because when we go into the word of God, and when we then begin to further our relationship with God, now this is an opportunity for us to create a picture of what a father is supposed to look like, creating the space and the place to where this can now heal and ultimately mend some of those wounds that might have been created by earthly fathers, right? But ultimately, like I said before, I want to go back and hit this text where it says, right here in the text where it says, who pardons your guilt, who heals your disease, who redeems your life from the pit, and who crowns you with favor and compassion. Think about this. Think about this, y'all. Think about somebody who has the ability to heal, somebody who ultimately can satisfy your years with good things, so that for your youth is renewed like the eagle, and for as high as heaven is above the earth. Man. So y'all, just thinking about this, at times, if I'm not careful, I can minimize God. I don't know if that applies for you. If it does, let me know in the chat, right? I don't want to be the only one on the limb here, but if I am, that's fine. But at times I can minimize God. So therefore, reading scriptures like this, for as high as the heavens are above the earth, so great is his mercy towards those who fear him. You begin to think, wow, how high is heaven from earth? If you really look up in the sky and you try to quantify the distance between the sky and the earth, right there in itself lets you know that's a lot of distance. I can't measure that with my ruler. I can't measure that with my number 2 pencil. And this begins to put it into context and put it into perspective, because when we think about God, God is not like us. The Bible tells us his ways are not our ways, his thoughts are not our thoughts. So knowing and understanding that, we got to create the difference. We got to create some separation. So family, the next time you're beginning to get to a place to where you're trying to figure out some things, you're trying to navigate, or even you might be in a tough jam, might have just lost your job, might be in a spot to where you're trying to figure out and navigate your way through, and then you want to think, your mind tries to play tricks on you, tries to tell you that God can't help you out of this situation, God can't help you navigate through this. Just go to the text. Just go to the text and see what it says, how it talks about God's mercy, how it talks about how he removes wrongdoings from us, how it talks about how he has compassion for us. And then as we begin to be reminded of those things, I pray that it would build your confidence in your relationship with God, but then also it would build your confidence in seeing who God has called and created you also to be. And you always remember that the Bible tells us that we are created in his image. So if we're created in his image, then what does that mean? We have the ability to create. We have the ability to do things that birds, chickens, animals, ducks can't do. We have the ability to think through situations by the power of the Holy Spirit, and we have the ability to begin to navigate through our situations and through our lives based on God dwelling within us. So today, be encouraged and be reminded that, family, yes, we are not God, right? However, we serve a big God, and this big God has compassion. This God has mercy, and this God has grace for us. So, family, that has been straight from the source this morning. I pray that it encouraged you. We came from Psalms 103 today. I started off with verse 1 through 5, and then skipped down to verse 11 through 13. And we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back with more Speaker Success in the Morning. Are you a new or budding entrepreneur looking to set your business up for success? Profit Mode is here to help you navigate your entrepreneurial journey with expert education and services. From tax planning and bookkeeping to selecting the right business structure, Profit Mode has you covered. They'll even educate you on how to properly set up your business for building credit so you can grow with confidence. Profit Mode's mission is to provide you with the tools and guidance you need to establish a solid foundation for your business. Whether you're just getting started or you're ready to take the next step, we're here to support your goals. Let Profit Mode help you turn that entrepreneurial dream into a reality with the knowledge and services to back it up. Your success starts with the right foundation. Contact Profit Mode today to get started. All right, family. Welcome back to Speak Your Success in the Morning. Today is July 10th, 2025, and y'all already know it's a great day to be alive. So, producer Britt, we back, man. We back. About to get into some conversations. About some
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, you got your coffee over there?
The coffee machine's still down.
Coffee machine is in the shop. Everybody, welcome back, Attorney Fred Jones, my father, and our residential attorney
Woo!
here as Speaker Success in the Morning. Always great to have you on the panel, Dad. How you feeling this morning?
Feeling strong, feeling strong. Glad to be here.
All
Nice,
right,
nice,
excellent.
nice.
Very nice, very nice. Producer Britt, which way you want to go to kick this thing off first? Which way you want to go kick
I
it off
think we
first?
should go ahead and talk about the big beautiful bill first.
Big beautiful bill. What are you talking about? I think it's the big Bible bill. That's what it is. It's the big
Big
Bible bill.
Bible bill.
Come on now.
Okay, Dr. Jones, you got it then. You got it. You got it.
Oh man.
Okay. I'll throw the ball to y'all. I'll kick it to y'all. I'm listening. I'm here to ask
Big.
questions, like the
Uh.
for people that don't understand.
Yeah. So yeah, Dad. So for people that don't understand, can you just hit on a high level from the top with the bill? Because I know I've seen mixed reviews. Right, some people have come out and just talk about how it's going to affect and hurt many people or impact many people, and then some others are saying that this is great benefit for them within their business. So if you could just give us like a umbrella, I'm gonna kick it to you.
Yeah, if people are like me, it took me a long time to understand what the heck is a bill. Are you talking a $20 bill? Are you talking a water bill? Are you talking about what kind of bill are you talking about? What is a bill?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we
Okay.
have these three branches of government: the executive branch, the legislative branch, and the judicial branch. Right?
Hmm.
Okay. So a bill is an idea that starts in the legislative branch, the lawmaking branch. So why do we have three branches of government? It's called checks and balances. Checks and
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
balances. Make sure things don't get out of control. Well, a bill such as this one that has been introduced is an idea that starts in one of the two branches of Congress, either the House or the Senate, right? And so somebody has an idea and they kick this idea off, and then it starts off in a committee, and the committee votes on it. Then it goes to the House, either the Senate or and then after it goes from the House, it goes to the president's desk. So we
Mm.
have what we've been dealing with called the big, beautiful bill. I'm gonna call it the big Bible bill. I'm just kind of like, want to work with that, right? Because there's a lot of faith-based people believe in somebody who don't even know what the Bible is to be the leader.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Oh
Mm-hmm.
so
my. Oh my. Spicy this
Agreed.
morning.
Agreed.
Zesty
Yeah.
this morning. Okay. Go
Attorney
ahead,
Jones,
Dad. Go
he
ahead.
always feisty. We love it. We love it.
you know, it's the truth. Somebody asked him what's his favorite verse or something, and he couldn't even quote a verse. You know what I mean? But
Oh
Mm-hmm.
my.
everybody ought to know Jesus wept, and if they knew that one, then
He would have been okay, but he don't even know
okay.
that one.
He would have been concerned about somebody who didn't have. But this
Exactly.
bill clearly does what. The more things happen, guys, the less things change.
Mm,
Mm.
I'll boil it down real simple. The more change happens, the less change take place.
mm-hmm.
This
Mm.
bill clearly takes from the poor and gives
Mm.
to the wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
In a
Yikes.
nutshell, cut Medicaid, cut Medicare, cut the National Weather Services, cut all of these different positions. And I'm not saying all the cuts were unjustified. Some of them may have been
Mhm.
justified, right? But the whole goal behind a budget
Mm-hmm.
is to where can I shave a little bit off over here so that I can add a little bit more over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anytime we've done our budget, we're looking for some place to cut. And so many times the budget has been balanced off the backs of blacks,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I agree.
or the poor, or the disadvantaged. And there's nothing, not a whole lot has changed here. Hopefully, the thing that changed here is that we are becoming alert to realize how powerful our vote is and how important
My.
it is to put somebody in office that's going to be sensitive to our concerns.
I agree. So when it comes to the healthcare, the Medicare, the Medicaid, I've seen things online saying, y'all are laughing now, but when your grandma or somebody needs to go to the hospital, they just won't be able to. And is it cut and dry like that, or what is it?
Well, no, no, the law is never exactly that cut and dry. There's going to be reductions. There's going to
Mm,
be changes in application processes and qualifications and
mhm.
so forth. So there is going to be impact based on all the reports and the research that I've done.
Mm.
But what that impact is going to look like, I don't know. But as you
Gotcha.
all know, none of this really catches me or probably most of you off guard because
Mhm.
we are the people of survival. Nothing
Mm.
catches us off guard.
I agree.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Wow.
agree.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
Yeah,
mean,
and
yeah.
like and plus, I mean, I think this is also one of those things to where, like, yeah, cuts are happening, changes are being made, but also I feel like many times we don't, not we, but many times it doesn't really hit home until it really applies. Because Brittany, just like you said, like, yeah, how like, grandma might try to go to the hospital or something like that, but we're not talking about like you trying to go to the hospital. So this is something you're hearing information, we're learning it, but it's not really hitting home until it's like, okay, I have an emergency, and it's like, is this really going to affect
Right.
me in this way? So these are things that we definitely have to consider. So okay, so Dad, one of the major things you said was with the Medicaid cuts, that was one of the challenges, or one of the
Mm-hmm.
negative impacts of it. Were there any other major negative impacts that you also saw from the big Bible bill, as you called it?
Well, Jesus said, when you do it unto the poor, you've done it unto me.
Mm,
When you do
Mm.
it unto the least of them, you've done it unto me. So if government is going to take a heavy hand at oppressing the poor, we're really
Mm.
oppressing the heart of God. And
mm,
so I said the big Bible bill because it's not the big Bible bill. Okay. It's opposed to the Bible because we should be our brother's keeper. Are there other areas that this is going to affect? Yes, there are other areas that's going to affect. Social services in
Mm.
many
mm,
different areas. A lot of the rural areas in the country, resources have been minimized. I was in a small group the other day, and our small group, my marriage small group, we're there talking about a family that's living in a tent right here in Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh
Okay,
wow.
they're living in a tent, and they're trying. It's a family of three: a mother, a father, and a daughter, and they're looking to get an RV to try to live in because they don't have the resources and the means, and they're trying to get a job for a young lady. And guess what, guys? Those people don't look like me and you.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Recession indicator. That's
So
interesting.
all of that will have a lot to do. Has had a lot of has been touched by the big bill. Okay,
Mm.
so
Mm.
that's the kind of situation it's going to be. People are going to be living on the streets. People, I mean, I know people. We hear all these real hard things, left, right. But the reality of it is, these things do come out to play in our day-to-day life.
Now, Dr. Jones, why the big bill? Why?
Ooh, I love that
Why?
question. I love that
Why?
question. I love that question. When every political leader has to make a promise to get in office. Okay, you made promises. You promised, I'm gonna help you do this. I'm gonna help you do that. Okay, why the big bill? The big bill is there because I've made promises to take care of my buddies. If I'm gonna look at, if you put me in office and you've paid all this money for me to get these votes, and you've helped me to get reelected, now I gotta pay you back. And the only way I can pay you back is to take some money from somewhere and put it in, or make some changes that's going to benefit your business, that's going to benefit your tax bracket, that's going to benefit your lifestyle. And that is exactly what this bill does. It benefits those who have. I got a call from one of my coaches, and she said, Dr. Fred, how are you doing? I'm saying great. She said, how about since the election and this bill and everything? I said, yeah. She says, don't worry about it. All you need to do is make $400,000 a year, and you're gonna be all right. You'll be all right.
Well, I believe it. I know.
Oh man.
All you gotta do is make $400,000. Right.
Change that
It's
tax
$400,000
bracket.
Exactly.
mark. It's a tax
Change it.
bracket.
Tax bracket.
That's
Elevate
why
your
it's
tax.
all about the
Wow.
tax bracket, and it's about finding benefits to give to others, and so you have to take from some to give to others.
Now
Mm.
Elon is kind of out of the picture. So are we
Oh
paying him
yeah.
back, or
Elon
what
definitely got the
is?
picture.
Yeah, what did you say, Jonathan?
I said Elon definitely got the picture. They broke up. Elon and Trump broke up.
Broke up
They not on good
publicly,
terms.
but I guess he
A
still want his
public
money
debacle.
back. Jeff Bezos want his money, even though he just spent $50 million on his wedding. Everybody want their money back. Everybody want their money back.
Well, they might be strange. They were strange bed partners from the very beginning, right? Let's not be alarmed, and let's not be fugabooed.
Yes.
Okay, they may be broken up publicly, but privately they may still be in the bed together. Y'all know how people be doing when they break up. They be talking about we broke up, and they still be in the bed together. So be
Sneaking
careful.
around. Sneaking
Come on
around.
now, be careful.
Canoodling.
Yeah. And always remember, business nor government has any permanent enemies nor
Mm.
permanent friends.
Okay.
It's always a permanent interest. So what may play out in the public and appear to be a breakup, they may be even more intimate behind closed doors. So don't be fooled by the news about what we're hearing. Just watch the facts, follow the money trail. Follow the money trail. And this big bill was all about money.
Right. Right. So before we move on to the next topic, just a small little thing that I was reading the other day. What is this? If you read up on it, Dr. Jones, what is this alligator alligator Alcatraz alligator? Have y'all heard about that?
Oh, I saw something. Hold
Have y'all heard
on.
about that? Doctor,
Alligator Alcatraz.
al-
Don't.
you looked it up?
I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling it
It's
up.
alligator. So, okay, so what it is, it's in Florida in the Everglades. It's a detention center. Well, not a
Uh-huh.
detention center. It's a concentration camp. That's what they're saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And they're grabbing all the quote unquote illegal people that are here, people that have their documents. But they're putting them in kind of like what is happening in El Salvador when they took that man over there, and then they have this facility. So same thing in the Everglades. They have this facility, and it's called, what's it called, Jonathan? Did you look it up? Alligator.
I mean, it's called Alligator
Alligator,
Alcatraz.
yeah, Alligator
It's a
Alcatraz. That's
concentration
it.
camp.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's what
exactly
it's called.
Alligator Alcatraz. And they have these bright white lights on, obviously for psychological reasons, to play with their mind.
Okay.
They're giving them 1 meal a day. You can't take a shower. The one lady, she didn't take a shower for like 4 days.
Mm,
And they took her Bible away from her. They just took
Jesus.
everything away from these people. And she was like, I have my documentation. I don't understand why I am here. And I only brought that up because when we talked a while ago, Attorney Jones, is that we were like, no American citizens can be deported.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. But can American citizens be pulled into a concentration camp? Because that's weird.
Sticky situation.
Government has a lot of power.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why when I said earlier, the checks and balances, three branches: legislative, judicial, and the executive branch. And that is why they're there. Now, government can do a lot under emergency powers. And it appears that the state of Florida, Governor DeSantis, is operating or pulling on what he's calling an emergency power of the government in order to do this. And so if I got into office telling people I'm gonna build a wall, I'm gonna put some restrictions on immigration and all these different things, I gotta deliver. And guess who else gotta deliver? All my boys and all my girls gotta deliver. So all the governors and the legislators and so forth, they're all coming in line with the commander in chief and doing things in these individual states if they are in line with the current administration, to reinforce the promise that was made by the creator or the promoter of the big beautiful bill.
Wow. So all of this is promise, or he's making
Delivery.
do on his promises.
My goodness.
And just, it's, obviously it's public so we can see it, and it's very horrible, but that's what he's doing.
It makes sense. It's real simple. It makes sense. Can I tell you why?
Mm-hmm.
Because this man's going to office for the second time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And his pitch was very simple: build the wall, build the wall. I'm gonna do this, do this. And he's just following up on the things that he's done, guys. And what we just have to do is regroup and relook at this thing. You just can never go to sleep on your vote. You can never go to sleep on your vote. And if nothing else has happened, I trust that we have been awakened. The only challenge is the other side is not offering anything that's any more attractive. There's no fire over there. Okay.
Yeah.
And if there's no fire over there, what's on trial here, guys, is the Bible. I call it the big Bible bill, and I know I'm just kind of playing with it. But the Democrats, they want to be talking about kiss who you want to kiss and love who you want to love and all that kind of stuff. And black folk ain't gonna go for that. Who in the South and who go for the church?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
And
true.
that just leaves you like this. What am I gonna do? And you got this other thing over here talking about lock them up, and do this and do that and all that. And we're just lost. And as a result, we're like a deer in headlights, and we don't know which way to go, and we do nothing. And as a result, we get what we got. And we're gonna get some more of it. Because the other side, they just going so far, they just want to see how far can we go with it. How far can we go with it? And something like this, Alcatraz, this detention camp where people are being treated harsh and mean, if the majority of the folks pull the lever for me to do that kind of stuff, then I'm going to do it. I'm going to put it on Fox, CNN, ABC, NBC. I'm going to put it in your face every day because this is what you told me to do. This is what you told me to do. And that's what we got going on out here, y'all. It ain't nothing new and magical. I've come to peace with it all. Okay? I've come to peace with it all. We need the Bible. That's what we need, a big Bible bill.
Right. Okay, and my last thing, so we can move on, is we can't impeach him. That's not a,
we tried that before, didn't we?
We tried that before, didn't we?
Yeah. How successful was that?
He's laughing at me.
You want to start a revolution? You want to start a revolution? These people love that man.
That is true. Man, that it could just like what you're saying before. The people, I mean, yeah, there's some people supporting them out front, but there's a lot of people funneling some money out in the back.
And I
So
think that's what I'm not seeing, Jonathan, because just on my side of TikTok, okay, I'll get to you. Just on my side of TikTok, it's always like, we can impeach him, we can do it, we can do it.
yeah,
But I guess that's not enough.
revolutionary TikTok over there. Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess
yeah.
that's not
Yeah,
enough.
speaking of revolutionary TikTok,
Uh-huh.
did y'all see that video? How many of you fish? You guys say, how many of you fish?
Uh-huh.
Uh-uh. How many of you hunt? Uh-uh. How many of you raise your own garden? How many of you? He said, you ain't prepared to revolutionize nothing. You don't even feed your own self. You just as part of the American citizens, everybody else. So you need to shut up and go somewhere and sit down.
That's true.
Man.
Yeah, you gotta send that one to us. I didn't see that.
We ain't ready for no revolution. You ain't ready for no revolution because you won't get up off of your blessed assurance and even go vote. Sit yourself down and shut up.
Yeah, that's true.
Blessed assurance. Well, as we get ready to transition, Dad, I'm glad and proud to say that we have some tomatoes in the backyard over here. So we're starting. We're starting living off the land. We're starting.
I'm happy to say that I do know how to fish. Okay, I know how to fish.
There we go.
I know how to put the bait on the hook. Yeah.
And how many of y'all got your gun permit? Got your gun permit? Okay, come on now.
Okay, y'all. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. The conversation is getting better and better. It's getting spicy. Stick with us. We'll be back with more Speak Your Success in the morning.
Do you want to feel confident in your skin every day? Introducing Skin Rituals, a luxury home-based skin studio that specializes in hyperpigmentation, acne, and personalized treatments for every skin type. Owned by solo esthetician and registered nurse Courtney Durham, Skin Rituals is all about curating facial treatments designed just for you. Hydrate, brighten, nourish, and soothe your skin with expert care and cutting-edge techniques that promote natural healing. Whether you're looking for a relaxing facial or a transformative chemical peel, Skin Rituals offers results-driven treatment tailored to your needs. With over 7 years of experience, Courtney's goal is to help you safely achieve the healthy skin that you deserve. At Skin Rituals, we believe that taking care of your skin is an investment in your confidence. Book your appointment today and leave every session feeling grateful for the choice that you made to take care of yourself. Skin Rituals, because your skin deserves the very best. All right, family. Welcome back to Speaker Success in the Morning. We are currently 33 minutes after the hour. And y'all, I can't say it enough. Every time I see the commercial, every time I watch the commercial, talking about Skin Rituals Dallas, man, I got to shout out Courtney Durham. Currently, she's holding a promotion to where it's Christmas in July. So make sure that you go ahead and you do business with her. You go in, you do a consultation, because every so much money that you spend, then you get inserted into a drawing and you just want to be a part. All right, you want to be a part. So, family, now I'm really excited about this topic as we're going to get ready, and as we see, AI has been heating up, right? The creation of AI, because I've been a victim, and I've been, also just being excited about creating the little AI characters and different things like that. However, we've seen these faceless YouTube channels, and we've seen people putting out content where they're putting out AI characters and putting the voices behind them. But Dad, producer Britt, YouTube said, hold on. YouTube said, wait a minute. Y'all out here trying to monetize all these channels with these faceless YouTube channels, and I don't like it because the content is too easy to create. So, Britt, can you pull up that article? Because what we have here is the title of the article says YouTube will not monetize content featuring AI generated videos from July 15th, 2025, or effective July 15th, 2025. This presents a problem for some people. Okay.
I like it.
Speak on it.
I like it. The real creators, the people that put their heart, body, and soul into YouTube, the OG YouTubers, they should not just get pushed to the curb by AI videos. If you don't know how to make a video, then I don't know, watch a YouTube video on how to know how to do it. But I don't think it's fair that some people that make their living on YouTube. And I mean, Jonathan, you know better than me that it's just not fair. It's just not
Yeah.
fair. It's just not
Okay.
fair. And I'm glad that they're doing it pretty much immediately.
Yeah.
It gives people no time. No time. So I agree. YouTube, which is, also Google, which is also the ABC tech company. But yeah,
Man.
so yeah, I'm on board. I'm on board
Okay.
because
You on
yeah,
board?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Why they did that?
Attorney Jones, I want to hear your opening statement, sir. I want to hear your opening
He
statement.
said why they do that.
Yeah.
Oh, why are they doing it? Further down in the article, what I pulled was just seeing. Oh my goodness, there are so many ads right here. Wow, I was
Well,
Well,
trying to.
I don't know what this website you got. So
well,
I thought,
well,
okay, that was the one with the headline. My.
well,
I had the
follow
article
me.
there.
Follow. If you ever want to understand the law, you gotta always follow the
follow
what?
the
The
Money
money trail.
money.
trail.
It says
Gotta
the rise
follow
So
the
of
money trail.
if
generative
they're gonna
AI
be
tools has
pouring,
made it easier.
go ahead. If they're gonna be pouring money into the content on YouTube, then they want to make sure that content is produced by humans. That makes it original. And if you got AI
Mm-hmm.
generating all that content, they're gonna be putting out a whole lot of money to a machine. And so they
Mm.
immediately had to make the playing field fair. All AI generated content being put up, you're no competition to a machine.
We'll
Right.
lose every time.
You'll lose every time.
We'll lose every time. Yeah, because the article says right here, it says the rise of generative AI tools has made it easier than ever, to create convincing videos with minimal human input. There it goes right there.
Mm-hmm.
While technology has enabled creativity and accessibility, it also has led to a flood of low quality, misleading, and entirely fabricated content. Advertisers and viewers alike have raised concerns about the potential for misinformation, copyright violations, and brand safety risks.
Okay, well, I'm glad
Mm.
you found it.
There
I'm
are
just
three things that are required to get a copyright.
mm-hmm.
Copyright is the Article 1, Section 8, Clause 8 of the Constitution, which gives creators protection and the ability to profit. What are those three things? The idea must be original, the
Mm.
idea must be fixed, and the
Wow.
idea must be originated by a human. Fixed, original,
Oh.
and human. That's the law. And that's what's being overlooked in the AI world. It's all copyright. And if
Mm.
you copyright it, and the reason AI can demonetize these channels, the content is not produced by humans
Humans.
Wow. Wow.
and it's not original.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm.
It's fixed. It's
I
fixed
like it.
because it's in a video. So it meets through one of the steps, but two of them it doesn't.
Mm. Okay. Okay. So let me hit this real quick. So these are this is the content that's at risk of demonetization. Just so
Yep.
everybody is clear. So we have fully AI animated or deepfake videos. We have AI generated
Wait a minute.
voiceovers
Fully
or
fully animated means see it wasn't human. It was
true,
Mm.
fully
true,
AI generated. So
fully
human
AI
being
animated.
no
Mm-hmm.
originality.
Mm-mm, at all. Then we got AI generated voiceovers or music tracks. We have synthetic news reports, interviews, or fictional characters, videos that use AI tools to mimic real people or events. And I'm glad that they said that right there because I'm not sure if you've seen it. I know I showed producer Britt, but now people can create what looks like a real news report, like sideline news report, or not sideline, but like street news report, to where it's like these look like real people saying
Mm-hmm.
this stuff, but it's completely AI generated. It's scary.
Like, yeah, Attorney Jones, there was one my friend sent me, Carrie, and he was like, "Oh, this is funny. This happened at a church." And I was like, "No, Carrie, that's AI." Like the whole, like you could see the congregation. They had a congregation. They had a stage. They had lights. They had the lady walking back and forth in the church, and she was talking to them, and she said something crazy, and I was like, no, that's AI. Like you gotta
My
you can
my.
kind of hear it if if you're good like that, you can hear that it doesn't sound like a real person. And you can kind of
Mm,
just see like this glow and then like just like the structure of the face. But
yeah.
people are getting tricked every
Oh
single
my
day.
goodness. Okay,
And
let me.
that's where
Oh,
the law
go ahead.
that's where the law comes in to
Mm-hmm.
protect consumers from being confused or from being deceived by
Mm-hmm.
similar products. Therefore, what must you do? You must get your trademark. You must get your
Mm-hmm.
trademark because now then you can order that cease and desist and a takedown notice and stop anybody from doing anything that
Mm,
minimizes your product, your brand, your business. You might want
mm,
to lean in on intellectual property law now. It's going to be hotter than ever.
Hotter than ever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you gave us a topic for the future. Okay, another law talk topic. Okay, let me hit these last few that are content at risk of demonetization. Also, low effort slideshows or templated content, reused or repurposed videos without significant transformation. Once again, not original, and then mass produced reaction content. So that's content that's at risk for demonetization. And then let me just hit this last part right here. What will YouTube still monetize? Because I know, creators out there who always are trying to figure out, I want to get my channel monetized. What need to get my channel monetized? So this is what YouTube will still monetize. Content with a strong human creative touch. This includes video where AI is used as a tool to enhance or assist the creative process, right? But the final product showcases human originality, commentary, personality. Educational videos with unique explanations, research, or tutorials. Innovative entertainment content like original sketches, short films, or creative analysis. And then lastly, content with creators' own voice and style, avoiding over relevance on AI narrators.
Yeah,
Mm.
over relying on the machine. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is
Mm,
good. This is all protect. This is the law doing what the law. The law is a community healer. Oftentimes people get fooled
mm,
by the law, they're bad. The law is designed to heal the community. That's a policy, that's a corporate law, that's a policy that they're putting in place, but it's being put in place to protect the community. And that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's a good thing.
I like it. I like it. I like it. And this I just want to hit just this last point real quick,
Mm-hmm.
because some people might say, well, why is this relevant? So this is some research I pulled from a growing AI market in 2023. The AI powered content creation market was valued at about 2.09 billion, and is projected to reach 8.5 billion by 2032, according to Zion Market Research. So
Wow.
understanding that this is, this is why YouTube's like, wait a minute, this thing is getting out of hand, right? Just like
Right.
let kids play podcast said, it was okay at first, but now it's getting out of hand. So
Yeah.
these are things we got to consider.
Yeah.
These things
Yeah.
definitely got to consider.
I agree. I agree. You moving on? You good?
Yeah. We can roll on. We can roll on. We can roll
Okay,
on for
so
sure.
I just want to touch on the Texas flood. We haven't talked about it on the show. I kind of waited till Dr. Jones was here. But so if you don't know out there, there was a flood in South Central Texas, and the death toll has risen to 120 people, and at least 173 people are still missing. And with that being said, the flood and the death toll also included a children's Camp Mystic, which is a church camp, and 27 of those girls have passed away. And so everyone's like, what happened? How did this happen? How did this happen? So, yes, there was rain from the tropical storm Barry, and then that was also a combination of Oh, I'm sorry. It was heavy rain, and then it was
Mm-hmm.
a combination of the tropical storm Barry. So,
Mm-hmm.
25 feet of water. But it's just a sad situation. Everyone's kind of pulling themselves together down there in Kerrville, Texas, and this was happening on July 5th, July 6th. But yeah. So yeah, that happened. Everyone's down there cleaning up shop, making donations, doing what they need to do, pulling it together. But I just think it's kind of a horrible situation.
Man.
173 people. It's pretty sad.
Wow.
Pretty sad. So, any
So who's at
thoughts?
fault for this? Who's responsible for this?
Now, that's a good
Mm.
question
Mm.
because we know, who cut the budget for the was that the weather? Um
National Weather Services.
Yes, the National Weather Services. So those people, he cut that whole situation, so they weren't able to do their jobs and what they were supposed to do to protect these people. But he did. I know that he agreed to have some sort of funding or help them out or something. But yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just like literally every day I look at the death toll, but I just wanted to address it. We don't want to skip over news over here, especially something that's literally on the news every single day. But yeah, so, and there was actually one girl and her mom, she was a little black girl, and she goes every year to the camp, Dr. Jones, and then she told her mom this year, I don't want to go. And they didn't, and her mom didn't drop her off, so she's not there. And I was like, wow.
Anytime you got something like this happening, there's going to be a bunch of finger pointing, right? There's going to be pointing. This happened, that happened, this should not have happened. There's always finger pointing. Okay, there were cuts in the National Weather Services. There were cuts, and so the question becomes: should these people have gotten? Were there warnings? Yes, there was warnings. Were there notices given? Yes, there were notices given. Based on the reports and research that I've done, was there warning or notice given to seek higher ground? Yes, there was notice and warrants to seek higher ground. But if you lived in New Orleans, or if you ever lived on a beach or a flood zone, you know how people take these warnings. You know how people, I'm gonna stay at home. I'm gonna stay at home, and
I'll
I'm
be
gonna be
fine.
here. And then I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna ride this out. I ain't leaving my house.
Yeah, that's how it
Okay,
goes.
so we have to man up, woman up, and face it for what it is. If you stay put and ignore the weather warnings, don't come back and blaming somebody else or and make this administration or that administration responsible. Because if you didn't get a conviction on January the 6th from what Julio did, you ain't gonna get no conviction on July 6th for what happened in Texas. Come on now.
Oh man. Oh man.
Ain't happening. Ain't no need
Yeah.
you talking about he did it. He shouldn't have cut it. He should. You can leave that alone. The governor in Texas already praising him. The congressman already praising him. Everybody praising him. Ain't gonna touch him. We're just gonna have to pray, and we're gonna have to believe God and grieve with these people and realize that good things happens to bad people. So is life. We'll get through this just like we've gotten through everything else. We're gonna be all right.
Man.
Amen.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it goes. And after
it's true,
after the water clears and after everything goes, then what's gonna happen? Then Trump gonna show up and then he's gonna give like a little speech and then he's just gonna move on.
Yeah, that's
He's gonna say, hey, we hey, life happens.
Yep. Okay, guys. Well, that was pretty much our whole law talking. Any other topics anybody have before we go to a quick commercial break? We're good to go. We covered the bill. We covered YouTube. We got the flooding. We got a little bit of Alcatraz in there, alligator Alcatraz in there. So, all right, good talk. Good law talk today. Jonathan?
All right, yeah, good law talk. Yeah, and let the kids play podcast. She engaged in the chat. Engaged in the chat. Said, I like the raw truth. Well, we like you being here. We appreciate your engagement. We appreciate you rocking. I don't know. Let kids play podcast. I don't know if you already tapped in and following us on Instagram or TikTok, but at Speaker Success in the AM, go ahead, follow us so we definitely can shout you out on the page because you showing love and showing out today. But yeah, Producer Britt, just like you said, we'll take a quick commercial break and then we'll come back and get ready to wrap this thing up, put a nice bow on it and a ribbon and call it a day.
All right, here we go.
Looking for an exciting workout that's not only fun but makes you feel alive? It's time to step up your fitness. Extreme Hip Hop with Treese. That's your answer. This isn't your typical workout. Extreme Hip Hop with Treese is an energizing step workout that combines simple moves with fresh beats, both old and new, creating an atmosphere that makes fitness exciting. With a focus on all elements of fitness, cardio, muscular conditioning, flexibility, and balance, you're guaranteed to burn calories and get addicted to the energy. Extreme becomes your safe space, which is a welcome environment where everyone is accepted. It's where you can let go of those worries of the world and focus on getting healthy. Ready to get energized? Join Extreme Hip Hop with Treese today.
All right, family, we're back. We're back with Speaker Success in the Morning. Like I said, man, this is the #1 morning show on this side of heaven. Now I'm talking about this is Speaker Success in the Morning. And we're here Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. Central Standard to 7 a.m. Central Standard. And y'all, one thing that we always, well, not one thing, but what we always strive to do, we always strive to ultimately educate, to empower, and to entertain you. You know, the 3 E's, producer Britt. You know what I'm talking. Hey, okay. Okay.
I know you gotta write that down somewhere.
Yeah.
I already know it.
So, yeah. So y'all, that's what we're here. That's what we're all about. And as we get ready to wrap this episode, I want to go ahead and bring my dad back out. Because one thing that you all may or may not know. So my dad is an attorney by trade, but ultimately he really just is a strong, I was about to say carer of people. I don't know if that's the word, but he has a heart for people. Like he has a really strong heart for people. And my dad's been in this area, in this space of personal development. So Dad, what I want to do now, as we get ready to wrap this episode, I want to give you the mic, and I don't know if it's a word that you have on your heart, or just something that you want to drop to the people of encouragement. Because honestly, earlier in the episode when you were talking, it's like, hey, you got to make, your connection told you all you got to do is generate just 400,000. In my mind, the way I started thinking, based on what you've told me before, is, oh, get a couple clients, 25,000 a head. That that add up pretty quick. But yeah, Dad, I want to pass the mic to you. Want to give you the opportunity just to wrap us on the final thought. And you got a couple minutes. If there's something that's on your heart, whatever it might be about, talk to the people. Talk to the people, Dad.
Oh, you muted, Dr.
Dad, are you muted? You muted, Dad. You muted.
That is a meme.
I said, if I've always got something on my heart. We're living in the most precious time ever. With the advent of AI, the playing field is being leveled. The internet came along and leveled the playing field. The World Wide Web. Technology came along and leveled the playing field. I want to charge our audience to move past black and white and get to green and black, or whatever it is. Get to the economy side of living. How do you get to the economy side of living? The most valuable and unique asset that every person listening to me have is your story. You must monetize your story in this AI generated world and make it unique, so that you can make yourself a brand, a personal brand, and marketable, so that you can generate revenue, produce legacy, and leave something to the next generation. It's no longer a black and white fight. It's an economic fight. And unless we put ourselves in the economic game so that we can be on the top shelf, we're going to get left behind. We can't fight today's battle with yesterday's tools. I'm going to say that again. We can't fight and win today's battles with yesterday's tools. It was yesterday that we did some of the other things we do, and I won't get into that. But the main thing is your story. It's your most valuable asset today. And if you want to get into this game and be relevant, your story is unique. Your story is a strategy. Your story produces transformation. Your story can create an exclusive offer for somebody. Your story can reach others, and your story is what people are going to yearn to want to hear. And the reason why God has allowed me to be in this space the way I am is because when January the 6th happened, and when I say January the 6th, I'm talking about a 3:41 a.m. phone call that I got that said that 4 of my family members had died in a house fire this year. That was a wake-up call for me. I had been hiding behind Dr. Fred Jones as opposed to being attorney Fred Jones. Do you know that less than 2% of the American population is attorneys? And then even less than 0.4% of that population is African American attorneys? And so then I began to tell a different story, speak on a different level, and that's where I'm at today. And I want to encourage your audience to reach down and be your real, true self and speak up and speak out and share your story and create and speak your success and create the life and business of your dreams. Why would anyone else want to live any kind of way?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we have a question in the chat. The gift 02 says, "How do we get in the game? Where will we tell the story?"
Ooh, just number one, I'll talk to you for free. Just talk to me and I'll put a strategy behind your story. Number one. Number two, you just tell your story in a way that it's a business. Your story solves someone else's problem. And the bigger problem you solve, the bigger payday you're going to have. So when you tell your story as a business, then you can walk yourself into the bank. So how do you get started? You talk to a coach or someone about putting your story together as a solution, and then reach down and find your passion. Do that thing that you're passionate about. And when you do that thing that you're passionate about in a strategic way, then you can serve and support others and get paid.
Dad, I think you actually. Dad, I think you actually told me that. I think that makes perfect sense. I think you actually told me this. I'm about to talk the PPP, but I'm not talking about the loan. But you said you find your passion, you find your people, then you get the profit.
There you go. Your passion, your people,
Acronyms.
Create the product, and then you've reached the profit, and you prosper.
There it is.
There it is. There it is.
There it is. Hey, that's enough peas for the whole month. 4
right.
of them. Okay.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jones.
You're welcome.
Of course. Yeah. Well, hey, Dad, thank you as always for coming and being our residential attorney here, on Speaker Success in the Morning. If you all want to find out more information about Attorney Jones, you can go to fredjoneslaw.com, fredjoneslaw.com, right? Or you can just connect with him on Instagram, Fred Jones ESQ, or you can do both. Okay.
John, I got a new 1-800 number.
Oh, come on, talk to us. Talk to us.
Yeah.
What's that 1-800? Run that by.
1-800-483-2775. 1-800-483-2775. Phone Fred first. We'll talk to you. We'll let you know how much your case is worth.
Okay, nice. Love it, Jonathan.
Nationwide. We're nationwide.
There we go. I love it. All right. Well, man, I'm gonna say this wraps up another phenomenal law talk. We've been rolling. Producer Britt, we've been rolling.
And we got a guest tomorrow.
And we got a guest tomorrow. You understand me? It's gonna be one of my classmates when I was going through the counseling
tell
process.
Us about her a little bit.
Yeah. So we have Sister Tamara Tyler. She specializes in trauma and counseling those who are navigating through trauma and addiction. And I'm really excited to bring her on just to hear why did you get into that, right? Why did you decide to take this path? Because this is one that you don't hear often. So I'm looking forward to seeing that and hearing her story and just hearing about all the people she's been helping lately. So yeah,
I love it. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I gotta get my serious on. Trauma and addiction and hard topics, real hard topics. So
yeah. Got to got to bring that information to the masses, to the people, to the successors. So had to reach out and make that happen. But family, as you all know, right? As you all know, or maybe you don't, but you got to remember this right here. Speak your success, believe in your greatness, and continue to create the life and business of your dreams. Why should you and why would you live any other way? And family, I gotta say it, Producer Britt. Wait, I gotta say it. If y'all have not hit that subscribe button, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any episodes and don't miss any of our content. Jonathan Jones, that's Producer Britt. This is Speaker Success in the Morning. We'll see y'all tomorrow.